Back for another Juices Loose podcast, number 144. And this is our first official one without Rob being a regular. So we got Retro Death here filling his shoes. So what's up, man?
Big shoes to fill. Glad to be here.
Yep. So yeah, and then T. We haven't introduced you guys in a while. So what's up, Mr. T?
Hey there, folks. T here. Let's get the discussion going.
And Robert, what's going on?
How's it going, everyone? It's Robert and Gaming with me. And yes.
All right, then.
And then we got Mr. Min himself. What's up?
What's up, everybody? It's Insane Game Freak. Gonna be shit posting pictures on Twitter all week, baby.
So yeah, we had the Arms Direct, which we didn't even know about last week. It just they announced it on Tuesday, and it was on Wednesday.
Yeah, we knew right after we finished.
Did we?
No, it was like Tuesday.
I didn't think we knew till the next day, honestly. But either way, you never know with Nintendo. Like last week at the end of the podcast, like I don't know what we're going to talk about, and then Arms Direct. So that was nice of them. But before we get into that, Retro Death made a cool video I watched today, where you had a cassette tape with a song on it you didn't know for 20 years, and you finally figured that out. And it got me thinking, and I commented on your video, and I've brought this up like about once a year, I think, on a podcast, and I never thought to, I don't know, Terrell, I think I mentioned it to you. There's been an anime feature film that I watched in the early 2000s on a Saturday morning on the Cartoon Network, and to this day, it was the first anime movie I ever saw. It blew my mind, and I don't know what it's called. And I used to just scour the anime, movies, any website that sold anime movies. I'd scour them for hours trying to find a cover that looked familiar or something. And I still to this day don't know what this movie is. So I'm going to describe it. I do remember the next week was like a Tensei Mui something. Does that sound familiar? Tensei Mui 2 or something like that?
Tensei. Kind of, but
it was another feature film, and it was really weird, but I still liked it.
It was like a movie length kind of thing?
Yeah, it's a feature film, like 2 hours.
If you describe like the general plot.
And I've described it before, no one's ever known, so I'm hoping, and I might do like just a separate video where I just asking anyone to share it with any anime friends that they have, anybody that's like an anime fan. So the plot was, and it's going to sound very familiar to anyone that's watched Age of Ultron from Avengers, but humanity created an army of like cybernetic organisms. Like they just looked robotic, but they still kind of had human structure. And they tasked them with protecting the planet. That was their goal. And of course, just like I don't know, this was probably not the first one, but it was before a lot of the more recent stuff. The AIs decided that the only way to save the planet is to destroy humans. Were the biggest threat, so they started a war and launched an attack on humans. And the lead guy they just called him King, and I don't remember exactly what he looked like. He was massive. And then there was a scientist who created like a cyborg, a human cyborg, and I don't remember if he had like a human heart, human lungs. He had parts that were human, and he had like a white like metal suit, and he was just a badass. And he had like I think like a light sword or something, and so he was tasked to like fight this threat and save humanity. But I think he had like memories of he thought the scientist was his father, but he really was just created. And then there was a girl that he helped, and then like basically at the end he was weak, and then he realized the sun charged him almost like Superman, and then he went to the final battle and he destroyed the dude. And it was just so mind-blowing back in the day, and I've still to this day don't have any clue what that movie is. So anybody listen,
the worst part of it is how much of it you actually remember.
Yeah, I mean, it stuck with me. Like, it left an impression, and now it's basically the Age of Ultron, Avengers 2, the same plot. They didn't take it to the same place, but the movie started with the war had already begun, and humanity was pretty much on the brink of extinction. And yeah, it was.
That's a sci-fi plot to a billion sci-fi movies.
Yeah,
Okay,
but
no.
I say,
Terminator.
I had like 3 or 4 animes in my mind, and then the list just got shorter and shorter as you
Yeah,
kept talking.
exactly. Like I had some ideas too, and then he said it was a dude. I was like, okay, fuck, okay, that's no longer an option.
No, because he had a connection to this girl he saved, and he had a little bit of humanity in him, but he was still mostly robotic. Yeah,
It also
so-
sucks if that's the first thing you ever saw, because that means there's no need to ask if it looked old or new, because you won't be able to tell them.
Yeah,
no,
I
it
guess.
was. I would think it was from the '90s. It was
Okay.
obviously it was on TV in
Probably a smaller budget movie.
2000, 2001. So the movies from before then, because it wouldn't have been instantly in America. So I would think late '80s, early '90s, mid '90s type of era. So someone said that sounds like Cashum.
Casherin. That's exactly what I was looking up because that's the thing that reminds me of is Casherin.
I
only
know a lot
saw
of
the
people. Every
action
time I do
movie of
this,
that.
people are like, "It's a
Say-
series." And I'm like, no, this was a movie.
Because Casherin is not. Let me see.
I saw the live action movie of
Yeah.
Cashin, which was really good.
I've
I
seen
was
this.
just-
It kind of looks like them, but this looks way too new. Yeah, 2004.
There's an old version of it. Casherin Sins was the reboot, and then you had Casherin, which was the old school series, which was originally from the 1970s.
Because the
I'm trying to
character
see-
design looks kind of close because it did have like a V.
Where are you
shape
seeing? Where are you
helmet.
seeing? Where are you seeing
I
that?
looked up on Google. I just Googled Cashern,
Oh,
and that
See-
looks like them.
see, I don't know if you
There
saw.
you go. Maybe that's it.
But it was there a
Actually,
movie?
I said I don't know if it was a movie, but there is a character in it called Black King.
Yeah.
So I think it's that, but I don't know if it's that. I don't know if it had a film. I'm looking right now.
Yeah, it was definitely a feature film. It had a budget. It felt like well, here's a Blu-ray for what? Let's see.
So there's a 2008 series, and then
Yeah.
there's like an old series.
Yeah, this definitely wasn't a series. I watched. It was commercial free, 2 hours on a Saturday, like back in the early 2000s. So I mean, this does look like what I remember, but if it's just a series, then no, it wasn't. It definitely wasn't a series.
Did it have a
Damn.
film? Well, it might have had a film.
But
I'm gonna
it
Google-
does look like them. Like that. That does look familiar. The white suit and the V.
You know, the funny thing
helmet.
is his character. If you've ever played the Wii game Tatsunoko versus Capcom, he's in that game.
Oh yeah.
yeah. So if you ever wanted to see him, and well, let me see, Cash and Robot Hunter is that?
The guy says it was played continuously when it was brought to the West.
Actually, yeah, that might be. I think you're talking about Cash, and he does have a film. It's called Robot Hunter from 1993.
That could be it. Well,
Oh,
I'll look
man.
further.
Because because even the film, it talks about
It's
I think it
it's
is.
$12 on $12 on DVD.
I'm about to say because I know I've seen the character like you were describing Casher for a while, and I was like,
Yep, that's it.
I don't know if that was it or not, but apparently it
Oh
was.
my god!
All right, so my turn. I have this movie where this guy
Oh, here we go.
jumps over an ocean. I just
See,
cannot.
look, we're in movie podcast mode right now, but I don't mind because it's animated.
Well, I have this one where it says there's this blue hedgehog and he's underwater.
Y'all are terrible.
So,
I have this one where there's these two plumbers. They're
Can
supposed,
we stop?
they're supposed to be twins, and they're in this dinosaur world. It's like weird, like what do you call it?
Are
Cyber.
Mario and Luigi actually supposed to be twins?
Well, they are.
Yeah,
in
they
the
are.
game. Yeah, the game world, but obviously in that movie,
The only reason why I
they were
asked
like
is
30 years apart.
I always heard of Luigi being the older brother. That's why I never thought of them as twins.
That movie gets so much hate. I
Well,
fucking love
Luigi's
that
the younger
movie.
brother in that movie.
so yeah,
Man.
thanks for who was the one that was Andre. Thanks, man. Appreciate that. Now I'm gonna watch this movie and see if it lives up to my memory.
probably-
Well, the
Probably
problem with the
completely
movie,
suck.
well, yeah, because the movie is just a retelling of the series. That's all it is.
That's fine.
So, if you ever get a chance, if
Like I
you're
said,
ever
that was a
interested-
Just
live
watch the
action
series.
movie.
well, yeah, I'm
Oh.
about to say most of the time you rather watch the series than watch the damn movie, but that's all. That's up
And
to
the DVD
individual.
didn't come out to 2012, so that's why I've had trouble finding
Except for The Crow. Don't watch that bullshit.
Wow.
I tried watching that show.
Watch the movie.
Is that just because you're gonna eat crow if you watch crow?
It's such a low budget, like it's
Awful.
show, And
Mark DeCascos.
I thought,
wow. So anyway, now I got to
Double
decide.
Dragon, man.
Do I want to spend $12 and buy this on DVD?
You might as well. You've been waiting your whole life.
I've been waiting like 15 years.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So,
I like
so
it.
I'm
I
getting
like
this
how
to
he-
you.
I'm about to say, I like how he's been waiting 15 years and he still has to debate with himself whether or not he wants to get it. I wonder if it was that great.
Juice is kind of indecisive about things sometimes.
Unless it
The
has.
problem is I don't have Amazon Prime anymore, so I had to pay for shipping on top of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is it? $2?
I don't know, probably about $8.
$8. God dang.
It depends on how fast he wants it.
Where
Yeah.
do you live at?
Say you waited 15 years, you can wait a few more days.
So definitely want to rewatch that and relive
Relive it.
first animated,
Oh,
Japanese
this
anime
says-
movie.
This one says 2003 for $3. Oh,
Can
wait,
we not?
but
Can we
anyway.
not do this?
I'm gonna watch
And
the
it has a
movie over.
Blu-ray.
Stop it!
I'm gonna watch the movie over and here, I watch a trailer for it and make sure I'm 99% certain that's what I'm looking for. So anyway, thanks for that. But yeah, let's get on to little Nintendo ARMS Direct we got last week, and I think most of us have talked about it on our own videos and stuff. But I thought we could just get the group's take on it, and I don't know who wants to go first. Let's go with
I just want to
Retro.
say that a lot of people owe me a lot of money. I said from the start that they were going to do character reveals, and everybody was like, no, it's not going to happen. And we got like 3 fucking character reveals.
Who thought they weren't going to be characters?
Yeah, but I said, who said that?
At this point, like, come on.
Robert.
Yeah.
No, well, once I heard about it, I knew they were gonna.
Oh,
reveal
come
the
on,
You
character.
said
Robert.
5 was gonna be.
I said we might just get only these guys.
Robert, come on, man.
You were saying, hold it, he was saying that up until the direct even?
No, well,
Up
once
until
they
they
announced
Helix.
Helix, then I was like,
Oh, yeah,
you
he
know
was,
what,
yeah,
then,
I know that. I was,
I
I
said,
was just
alright.
talking about, like,
I'm about to say, we were talking about like last week.
yeah.
yeah.
No.
Because if you remember, they also had that one photo where they still had other characters.
Yeah,
Remember
it kind of leaked with the characters.
themselves.
And stuff, so.
And then,
Yeah.
and then the character still got leaked before the direct because
Which is
Switch.
because some guys actually already had like they sent
Yeah,
it to
they had
Black
they had like an event for ARMS for like
Which
Los
is so-
Angeles, and a whole bunch of
Yeah.
people recorded footage, and I guess somebody fucked up their scheduling, so it came out like an hour before. So we had already saw the characters before the direct that came out.
Yeah, but we didn't see. At least I didn't
I
see
didn't
who they
know
were. I didn't see who they were. Like I knew their.
Well, I think we
appearances.
knew all we knew was what they looked like in their names. We didn't know any of their
For sure,
abilities.
yeah.
I didn't know that. Where
Me
did
neither.
this
It
happen?
was on Switch Force.
Yeah, Switch Force.
Ghost Robo guy.
Yeah, Ghost Robo. It's his side
No.
channel.
I can't follow anyone that plays every game that comes out and just gives up on the previous week's game. I just can't. I can't follow that.
Wow.
Oh, I'm playing this
Gamer
game.
DVD.
Oh, Prey came out. Now I'm playing this game. Forget the other games I was just playing. That's not appealing to me. But yeah, I had no idea, so I went into the direct completely unknown.
Well, yeah, because you didn't even see it. I don't think you saw it. You saw it after effect.
I didn't see the
right?
direct till almost 8 o'clock that night. So
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah,
Wow.
I'm surprised you stayed unspoiled for that whole thing.
So Retro, what'd you think of ARMS? Pretty much the final blowout of info.
Yeah, like I was really excited since the beginning, since the first trailer, and I like it that they're doing a lot more than just fighting. Like they're adding all these extra modes to it. I really like that. The basketball thing looks hilarious. I can't wait to like start dunking people in the net. It just looks like so much fun to do. And
yeah.
I like it that how much we revealed and how they said that they were going to release new DLC for free. And I didn't expect in total as much info as we got for the game.
You didn't?
No, it's like I was expecting like, yeah, we're going to see a bit of a gameplay, a character reveal. I figured they were going to go into a bit more details when it comes to the fighting, like to the arms themselves, like the choices. But yeah, they were like more game modes, like character reveal, more game modes, like online shit, demo stuff. Like there was just, I don't know, there was a lot more. I really figured that it was gonna be like more Splatoon than we got and less arms than we got in total.
So where you're at with arms at this point?
It's a day one buy for me. It looks like so much fun, and I can't wait to start. I misjudged the demo, so I downloaded the demo. I thought, all right, I'm gonna play this shit. I actually unhooked my Joy-Cons. I stood there, and then it said like, "Oh, this doesn't work yet." I was like, "Fuck!" I thought I read the date wrong. So I'm so excited for it, and I really can't wait.
That's cool. So T, I know. I don't know if you were kind of like me with this game. No, with Splatoon 2, we were kind of on the same page. But for me, Arms was never like, oh my god, that's amazing. But the more I've seen it, the more I've been excited. So was I correct? And were you in the same boat as me?
Somewhat, yeah. I mean, I probably was on the Arms bandwagon maybe a little before you or more than you, but definitely by the time Helix hit, it was a lock for me. So I just thought, well, if they're making these type of characters, like because for me, it was a lot of thought went into him with like I said, I always mentioned his what do you call it, the DNA arms and whatnot, and I just thought that was really, I just thought they were thinking beyond. I thought that was pretty clever. And you can tell from even the other characters as well, like obviously with Min Min and stuff, that they were thinking, they're putting a lot of character into these characters. So it to me is like a cross between Splatoon and like Overwatch as far as like the visual style. And I was on board for that for sure. So
what did you think of the direct? How do you feel?
The direct itself was just awesome, like because we got obviously we got the new characters, and you got more characters. You could see where they were going with this, and then they blew up in these little mini modes and stuff that looked fun as hell, like the basketball and all that stuff. To me, a lot of people aren't talking about them, but I think Bite and Bark is just awesome. Like that's an awesome little character. Like I would have never thought about that, because it's like people expect him to be OP. I don't think he'll be OP. I think he'll be pretty balanced as far as everything goes. But he probably doesn't have as flashy, cool moves as other characters and stuff. So I don't know. I just, like I said, I love the art style. It's so vibrant and quirky, Nintendo. And I'm looking forward to the game. Day one for sure. Yeah.
It's interesting because because I know, like me, you really got really into the Wii Sport boxing stuff. I thought honestly that they captured you way before Helix already. Personally,
well, because I kept hearing it. It's not like Wii Sports boxing. It's not really like that. It's not really like that. And then I was a little worried. Well, Wii Sports boxing, it's fun, but it's not accurate. It's just not. It's not an accurate game at all. So it's just like, how is this going to be like a strategic fighter, which I think they were trying to position it to be. So that was my worry. That was my only worry. Like I love the world and the characters and all that stuff. I was just worried about the controls. And from everybody I hear, it works. It works great, especially in motion controls. Nobody even knows how the standard control works. So.
All right. So Robert, what did you think of the direct?
I thought it was really well done. What's something interesting that people don't bring up is that I really like the very beginning when they're like the history of arms, and they started breaking down that, and they're giving like backstories for each, like little things for each character, and it's like, man, it'd be awesome if there was like kind of like a story mode for each of the characters.
Yeah,
cool. I would love to see that, and because they just gloss over, oh, Mummy lost all of his family. Like, what? What do you mean?
I think that's a testament to how strong these characters are. Like, maybe on another console, you would be worried about this stuff. Like, how did they get those arms, and why did like? And some people talk about that, but I just think the character's so cool. Nobody really gives a shit. Like, it's just like.
But I want to get into the more.
I'm with you though. I want to know more about it, but it's not like a priority for me. It's just
no, for sure.
I think these characters are so cool looking. Like, that doesn't matter.
Well, and they're so unique from each other, which is crazy.
Yeah. Right.
I was just gonna say that. And it's from watching, I watched that show on Sci-Fi Face Off where people they get like 2 days to come up with like some cool design and sculpt it and paint it, and they always talk about when someone actually puts some thought behind a design. They don't just give somebody like a deformed jaw and just hope that they like it. Like somebody actually thought about it, how it would affect the rest of the design. And I think Nintendo kind of does that when they design characters, because like I said in my juice opinions, like we haven't seen Nintendo throw this many new characters at once. Like I don't know if ever. Like boom, here's 10 new Nintendo characters.
Not since like Punch Out.
Yeah, pretty much. And I'm like,
Super Punch Out was a long time ago. So
looking at the design, like you said, the arms on Helix are the DNA, or like what do you call it? It's DNA, but it's like, I guess, the physical representation of what they think a DNA strand looks like.
yeah,
double helix.
Yeah, double helix.
And then Min Min's arms.
I get it. Sorry.
Yeah, I didn't know that's what it was called.
Science.
Yeah, and then Min Min, you know, they thought about everything. Like there's so many little things where they kind of revealed, and it's like, oh, that makes so much sense. Like that's just cool that they took that extra layer to their character design and stuff, and it's not just simple, hey, this looks like a hot chick, even though they did do that a little bit, you know.
I think the same can be said not just about the characters but the levels. I was impressed that you got to see a little more of the levels, and you have like the Asians. It's so dumb because most of them are Asian styled, but the stairway, for example, and you fight just on a whole like level that is under like a 90-degree angle, and you have like all these levels that are filled with things. Like it's not just a round dumb arena. Like all the levels are really well thought out. Like the characters, I feel.
Again, that was another one of my worries too. I didn't really think about it, but it's like, are the levels or the arenas going to be just kind of bland, you know, circular arenas? And obviously they're not. So
yeah, I didn't even think about the stages themselves.
Yeah, because there's one where they're like on these little boards or whatever, and they're like,
yeah, you're talking about Kid Cobra stage.
Yeah,
there's one that's like a street, like it looks like a street corner or something, and there's like cars and all.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is cool.
Somebody's out there turning tricks. I see what's going on here, man.
Sorry, I gotta reading something real quick. I got a Windows update notice, so
here we
gotta
go.
make sure it doesn't happen right now.
Shut him down.
I have my computer on, and
It's getting too live out here. We gotta cut this man off.
So I set it for 10:55. Hopefully,
we'll see.
It doesn't just automatically restart at some point here. So anyway, Terrell, why don't you give your take on the direct, and then we'll talk a little bit more about the new stuff we found out. Yeah, the specifics.
Okay. First things first, my birthday is gonna be lit as fuck. I am super excited because it comes out on my birthday, so that's just great.
Nice.
Birthday.
Hey, chill out. We got time before that. It's not the time. You have to wait. Anyways, what messed me up is because I already saw the characters. I wasn't like as hyped about the characters, but I liked how they all had their little quirks, and because even like some of the smaller details, like one of the things that stuck out to me was like, oh, here's Kid Cobra. Well, wait a minute, he's a live streamer. What? All right, that's
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's so funny. I love that.
Or like how Mechanica is a huge Ribbon Girl fangirl, and that's the main reason why she wanted to join in the tournament, because she just wanted to fight like her idol. I like all these little mini things, even if it's not like full on lore. It's like these smaller things, and then the way it was paced, and how ARMS has its own level of style, like Splatoon does. Where Splatoon has the whole Squid Research Lab thing. ARMS is kind of like this. Welcome to the magical tournament of ARMS, and some of these people just woke up one day and they just woke up like this, and
that's so weird.
And then fucking Springman's like, it's like, I think having arms like this is pretty rad. And I'm like,
yeah,
I see what kind of character he's gonna be. All right, that's cool. But I think it just came together really well. I like the modes. I like the variety in terms of what you can do. I'm surprised they spent so much time on the online and the multiplayer function, which, by the way, remember how people were saddened by how like certain Wii U games weren't pushing local multiplayer? The Switch is like all about that shit. Like it's ridiculous how many games. It's just like every time a game comes out, look at the local multiplayer we got. Great. So, yeah.
I was talking about the multiplayer thing with my fiance like a couple of days ago still, because we were talking about some shooter thingy. I don't remember what we were talking about, and we came to the Halo. Like at one point, like one of the newer Halos just basically removed like couch co-op, and it's like, but that's what your game used to be about. It's like that's what you need.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, they need to sell consoles. That's what we're trying to figure out. Right now.
Well, what's awesome is also they got like 20-player lobbies for the online. That was surprising here. I wasn't
well, that's
expecting
for
that
I
to
think
be
that's
honest.
for locals.
No, that's local and
No.
online.
Was it?
Yeah, it's also
Okay.
online.
Yeah, because you can link up like 10 switches locally, and you can also link up like 10 switches like online. Because you can do 2 players with each Joy-Con, so that's how it turns into the 20.
Yeah,
Which
that's
we've already had that. Well, I know, Juice, you've already talked about the weirdness of the single Joy-Con controls and how this feels like a game that's almost like you really need to play it in motion controls, and I don't know how many people are going to be willing to do that.
and yeah, I don't anticipate going online split screen with this game ever. Maybe once or twice if a friend stops over and wants to play. But so that stuff to me didn't really mean anything. But it's cool that it's there for as an option. But let's talk about the control. We talked about this before, but does anybody even think they'll even do anything other than motion controls at this point? Because from what I'm hearing, the hands-on impressions, everybody seems to really like the motion controls.
I want to try the Pro Controller at least.
Surprisingly.
Yeah, I don't even know if I'm going to try it, honestly.
I want to try it just because I'm the kind of guy who even though I'm not into the fighting game scene like that, I still like to watch tournaments. Like I watch Smash Brothers. I even watch the Pokken tournaments. So I want to see if the actual normal controls can still be at least competent to a point where people might consider still like trying to play this game competitively. Because I feel like the game it feels like Smash Brothers in that sense of easy to learn but like hard to master because of all the different things. Like if you just want to walk in there and throw your arms around, you can do it. But like if you want to figure out the difference between heavy, light, and medium punch arms and all the various abilities and secondary effects, like I would like to see this game go further than we're just gonna play it until Splatoon 2 comes out. So
For sure.
I want to see how the Pro Controller is gonna go.
Which is why those free updates will definitely extend the life for sure.
Yep.
Which is awesome to hear about that because I do want to try out the traditional the regular controller sort of way, and I do want to try that out because the motion controls do work a lot. I kicked Rob's ass as Ribbon Girl, and
he's a real man because he put on the dress, son.
And he can't even defend himself now.
Wow.
That's what I'm saying. Damn.
That was just savage.
But it was. Jesus. I still, I still want to definitely try it out to see how it is.
Yeah, I have to agree. I
Sure.
definitely want to try the Pro Controller stuff too. I still feel nobody knows unless somebody has tried both, but I still feel motion controls will give you an advantage in this game.
I think so too.
That's what I'm thinking. And it's like if I just start with them and stick with them, then I'll never even try the other. Then I'll
not even for one match.
I want to be like
all you have to do is flip it on its side to try it.
I just want to. That's the way they designed it, and I want to get good, and I want to be like Red Knight is on Call of Duty with motion Wii pointer controls. Like I try it, and it's a handicap for me, and he's so good at it. Like that's what I want to be with arms. I don't want to know any other way.
Actually, I just remembered something. I know why Robert wants to try the Pro Controller because this is the same guy who doesn't use motion controls in Splatoon.
Mm-hmm.
No,
fucking...
I don't either.
What?
Yeah, retro
shit.
Let's go.
I can explain it very easy. I can totally understand whenever Robert gets shit for that. I feel, but why? Because he's a bit younger, but I grew up with games like GoldenEye and Perfect Dark, and I've done dual analog my entire life. I am just factually, personally for me, more precise with dual analog. When I played Splatoon with the motion control, it's all jittery and shit. It's so annoying, and I'm just less precise with it.
But that's just it. Like I love GoldenEye too, but GoldenEye is not dual analog.
You could actually play that dual analog. You could.
I couldn't. I much prefer the arrow keys basically on the keyboard.
But I just mean like with the controller when it's not dual analog, but you have the analog stick and the C thingies. It's the same thing. I need that in a controller in one hand, and especially with Splatoon, like I said, because you hold it. And when I see trailers or people play Splatoon with motion controls, it's I get agitated. It's all shaky and shit, you know. So it's like
well, that's because people suggest you jack up the sensitivity to the highest.
Yeah, but even with that, it's like when you have dual analog, I walk backwards, I click, I do everything super precise. And this is personally for me, I can't do motion controls in Splatoon like at all.
Hey man, I mean, everyone has. I'm gonna say everyone has their way of playing. That just means that's just not gonna stop me from throwing shade every once in a while. That's all.
I like. I only use the gyro for up and down. Like I think now they let. Before it's all it did, but I think they must have updated it to some point where you can actually turn and do side to side with the motion. And to me, I don't like that because as soon as you go back, your character, like I said in a previous podcast, I don't know if what were we talking about, Splatoon or not? Oh yeah, with having the split Joy-Cons on the Splatoon 2 demo.
Yeah.
You turn and it just looks left and then stops. Like your character don't turn, and then when you put your hand back to straight, it turns the camera back. And I said if they just give you an option to turn it on so that if you got to the edge it would turn your character, like that would be cool. But the problem is every time you put your hand back, then it looks back, you know, the other way again. And it's like if they just so I just use it for up and down, and I use the stick for left and right.
Yeah, that's how I used it in Splatoon 1. I mean, Splatoon 2, I tried it with the Joy-Cons, and I thought, I mean, the Joy-Con separate. I didn't have that same problem, but I can see where that problem would come in, though.
Breaking news. This just in from our Juices Loose news desk. Resident Evil, the movie series, is getting a reboot.
Oh
No.
Can we not do this?
Why?
Are you kidding me?
I'm about to go take a nap. Fuck this shit.
They needed a reboot from the second.
They just have a movie.
on.
That's so bizarre. They just had it this year, a couple months
That should
ago.
have been rebooted after the first movie already.
The first one was okay, but the second one was trash. Third one was okay, and then the rest have been trash, unwatchable.
Technically, you have to commend them for being faithful to
they're
the
all
games
trash.
and making the movies action shooters.
Yeah, I wish they would have just made a.
Yeah, but
scary
no,
movie.
but this new one, man, is so garbage. Like I don't understand.
Robert
That's
Rule
crazy.
2 probably chime in. That's a good movie.
This just in, breaking news from I almost said Rule 2 review desk. The Juices Loose news desk. Red Dead Redemption 2 got a delay.
Yep.
That I knew. Yeah, that
I think
I
that
was
was kind
just
of
kidding.
expected.
I just want to point out I was just kidding. I know Rob. There's no way he would think that
Rob,
last
Rob
Resident Evil movie's good.
Don't underestimate
This movie's a
him,
trash, man.
And yeah, that's interesting. But if they just made a like genuine horror movie based on the first game,
Well, like, dude,
it could probably be pretty cool.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
just like
How hard is it?
what's that movie series with the vampires and the chick? What's her name?
Underworld.
Twilight?
Underworld. Just like
You guys said Twilight. I said Underworld.
Hell on the Twilight. Just like Underworld. Underworld and Resident Evil exist to keep the producer's wife acting.
Yeah.
Those movies are just so the producer's wife can have a job.
Or the directors.
Or the director's wife, sorry, can have a job to acting. That's so.
Oh, but you know what? Who's doing it though? It's the guy.
James
who did,
Wan.
like,
I don't give a shit.
Yeah,
If it's
the
James
guy-
Wan, then yeah, Wong, then yes.
Fuck a James Wan.
That dude's a good director.
Everybody's all of James Wan's ass. I don't know.
But at least think about it. At least he's way better than Paul. Like Anderson.
Why?
Come on.
Because he made some Fast and the Furious movies.
No, because
No, but he did the Conjuring and stuff. So like that was
Conjuring.
really good.
The Convoluted.
Conjuring's a well-made movie.
Yeah. Okay.
I didn't see the second one, but anyway, let's get back to the
Second
video
one.
games. So we were talking about the controls. We somehow talking about gyro and Splatoon, but let's get back onto ARMS. And T pointed out that you like Bark and Bite. Is that their name?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bite and
No,
Bark.
Bite and Bark. I really didn't give them too much thought. Kid Cobra, didn't really do much for me. Like,
Oh, he's one of my faves now.
He's cool.
really, I watched some gameplay. He's okay.
I don't know. I just like the way he looks, and I like the whole sliding and dashing ability he has.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
He kind of can do what Helix does, except with more swag. So
Yeah, that's cool. I just Helix is so cool.
I never thought I would hear that phrase. Helix is so cool.
He's
All
just such a cool character. Like, just
He really is.
He's a
though.
chill
He's
dude.
so funny. He's so
I know,
funny.
just his animations on this character select screen just
right. Oh,
cracks me
he's
up.
gonna be a trolling piece of shit. I already know.
Just
Or
fighting.
when he he just runs. When he wins, he just runs.
He has such a great winning animation.
Such a
I know.
jackass.
And like, you know, everyone's gonna be twin tail though. Like,
Man, Team
She's-
Man all day, man.
Listen, I still feel bad that no one's giving love to Ribbon Girl anymore. Like, what happened?
Well, I don't
Poor
think we
Ribbon
were-
Girl, like Jesus, going.
Ribbon is essentially Chun-Li at this point. All right.
It got
Ribbon Girl,
dropped
the
every
problem
single one.
is her and Min Min, like they got these like long undershorts on under their skirts.
Why is that the
That's a
problem?
Well, yeah, why is it the problem, Juice?
That's why people don't like Ribbon Girl.
But fucking Twin Tail is wearing pants. What the? I don't understand.
Well, it's
Yeah,
different.
but someone tells showing it.
Then what do you mean? People said people.
It's some tight ass pants.
I'll be
Bro,
back.
first
Gotcha.
off, when Min Min was revealed, that was one of the things people mentioned on the side. They're like, "Man, Min Min's kind of thick." That's like people said.
I never really saw. All I saw was I liked her martial arts discipline. That's
Man, she is fucking adorable. She wearing the goddamn ramen cup on her
Listen, I
head.
totally agree. I would. Let's just take all of them out on a date. All three of them.
I'm just wondering why are they wearing masks?
Well,
That's just part of the.
Don't they
well, I
all
said
wear
Ribbon
masks?
Girl is an idol. It makes sense. I don't really get
Are they hiding their identity?
no, because Min Min's representing her
Why
family
does
shop.
Springman wear a mask?
Yeah,
I think that's just the arms league in general.
Mechanica
It's
doesn't
like a
wear a mask.
requirement. Wear a mask.
Well, that's because Mechanica isn't well known because she's just a little girl.
got-
No, Mechanica is wearing a mask. She is wearing a mask.
But it's not the Superman kind of shit. It's not like the mask is gonna like hide your identity.
I know, I'm
I
wondering-
think it's just an aesthetic thing. I mean, I think we're
It'd be
overthinking
like
this.
goggles for like safety protection.
Wait a minute, fuck it. Let me go look up character art now. I gotta make sure
Because
I
remember,
just thought
Mummy
that
is
we were-
wearing it.
because
I hate wearing it.
Mechanica is a character I never really looked at much design wise.
I hated the
It's
review.
covered.
I've been trying to say this for my video, but Twin Tail reminds me of a girl named Chantel that I used to know back in the day.
You know what pisses
Very shapely with extensions in her hair, so they were all up in my business. I think.
Is she the one that would text
Sorry.
you that certain code?
Text me.
The-
Oh, no.
what?
It was a little
I
bit
was thinking
for
the same thing.
Wasn't that 112?
112. No, it's not 112. That's the code. That's right, but it wasn't her. It was.
Side note. Oh, just gonna bring this up. I hate when I type in Mechanica into Google because Google search wants me to look up mechanics, and that's not what I was trying to do.
Put an
It's like,
arm
no, I want to
first.
see the girl from Arms, my dude.
No, she
That was
she is wearing goggles. She's
Shout
wearing
out to
goggles.
Shauna if you listening.
Bro, chill out, man. I'm so sick of this shit.
My
Yeah,
wife's at the door.
Yeah, but she's wearing
wear, like,
goggles,
masks. She doesn't wear a mask, but she wears the goggles. Still something that covers her eyes.
which
You
is
know,
fine.
everyone wears it. That's why does Bite and Bark wear it?
Well, the robots,
the
it doesn't
robots.
fucking matter.
But
Well,
do they have
yeah.
goggles designed into their character?
Yeah, but a mummy wears it. Why would a mummy wear it then?
Because I think it's just well, I mean,
Oh,
he's
wait,
looking.
does
It's just part of the art thing. It's part of the. I'm sure.
I think it's
No,
just part of the arms.
I'm telling you,
league.
it's probably a requirement, or else they get kicked out. Something.
Well,
Yeah, it might be like-
because we know arms isn't the requirement. That's why fucking Mechanica and Twin Tail.
Well,
allow
no,
that shit.
I'm telling you, they probably kidnapped them and chopped off their arms, and then they
No,
woke
we
up.
already know because
I
we
might
know
be
Twin
Team
Tail's a
Mechanica.
movie star. Really?
I just sent a picture in the link.
Come on, please,
You
man.
don't want
She's
your
like,
deviant art pictures, man.
you know, she's a little girl, right? Oh, what the fuck?
Oh no.
Oh no!
Is she gonna have to do Tracer? She'll be fucking Tracer. She ain't got the ass for it.
No, she's like Diva. Diva's the one in the.
Oh yeah, but Diva's like
I
a,
want nothing to do with any of this.
Diva's on some gamer girl trash bullshit. I don't believe that.
Listen,
crap.
Diva looks good.
Diva, look, I don't mind the way Diva looks. I'm just saying I don't like that personality where she's like a streamer or some shit, and she has like all the emoticons.
But what about Kid Cobra? He is a streamer.
Hey, listen, but Kid Cobra is swag the fuck out. All right, I'm buying it. I
The
can
thing
admit it.
that The thing that bothers me with Twin Tail is, okay, you had this direct, right? And she comes up with the trailer, and she does this time stop. I'm like, holy shit, she can stop time. She's the greatest character ever. And I go online, and all I read is ass everywhere. I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah,
You know,
Twitter
we're
that
talking about
day.
fighting abilities, guys. Jeez.
Well, listen, the fact that she's essentially Bayonetta is also something we need to bring up, all right?
Kind of.
Yeah, what is
Bayonetta
this
doesn't
Bayonetta
have-
thing?
She fights with she fights with her hair, and she can stop time or slow down time, I guess.
Oh, okay, I can see that a little bit, I guess.
Except
Bayonetta's not that curvy, is she?
depends on who draws her.
But yeah, obviously
Yeah.
it matters.
Talking about from the official artwork.
And they both got attitude.
They both bad bitches, so it don't matter. Because all
Like, I don't know
twins.
if you guys noticed. I noticed like Twin Tails, like her poses and her actual arms when she's like, you know, fighting and stuff, and she's all, you know, twisting and doing all kind of
She's working it.
attitude poses. Yeah, it's like,
Well,
whoa.
it's a play on word. It's another one of those play on words characters because her name is literally Twin Tails, like the hairstyle.
Yeah.
Although when I hear Twin Tail, I automatically think of the anime trope. So I'm
Oh,
expecting her to be like a bitch because that's what Twin Tails are. Twin Tails are known for being tsundere in anime. And just a real quick description of what that is: those are characters who are never honest with themselves, but they're like assholes by default because that's the way they shield themselves from being judged. So I hope the guy that she has like a rivalry with Ribbon Girl just for the hell
The way
of the
they-
comedy.
The way they portrayed her to me, it almost seemed like she was set up as a rival for Ribbon Girl, because Ribbon Girl's like this pop star singer, and she's like this movie star thing.
I hope it is a thing. I hope that's a thing.
Backstory.
That's why we need to get like a story mode with all these different.
But the one thing that makes me worry about that is that none of them actually, they all have voices, but none of them have like actual words they speak. They all do
Well,
this
they don't need it.
weird.
We could read it. We could read.
It's just a weird thing. These are adults and
Yeah,
children.
and Nintendo needed to give them voices.
I mean, because like for example, I notice this the most Min Min. When Min Min does like a victory pose, she goes Ramen, and I'm like, what?
She goes.
And I'm like, what the fuck is that? She's like a teenager. You got this bitch running around screaming ramen, and I'm like, all right.
They only need like 5 to 10 lines each, and it shouldn't
Also,
have been that hard.
all right. See, Juice and fucking Robert over here.
Here's what I gotta ask: why are people doing fan art when the Nintendo official art is all you need? Like,
Have you
totally,
seen?
yeah.
First off, I know I linked it that day when I was posting to Twitter. Have you seen the fan art for Twin
yeah,
Tail?
it's to the point. Of
I don't give a fuck right now. All right.
It's hilarious. It's like a meme at this point already.
Oh, it is. Her ass is a 90-degree angle. Someone
It's
did
ridiculous.
like
yeah, I see that right now.
That was funny.
Thirsty motherfuckers.
Yeah,
It's
Hey,
funny.
listen, see, people need to see Nintendo. People got to realize that anime weeaboo shit isn't only in the PlayStation fan base. This is the Nintendo fan base too. We just don't have enough games to get away with doing that shit all the time. That's the only thing.
Well,
They keep. Go ahead.
That happens with everybody. Every single think about every single franchise. You got Metroid. You got now you got Arms. Well, I was gonna say Splatoon. I'm sure there is.
Actually, no, people did do that shit with Splatoon for a little while.
We don't. Well, yeah, like Cali Marine stuff. You got.
Yeah, but we don't talk about that because people start getting uncomfortable about it later.
You know.
They were like, wait a
Cali
minute.
Marine.
They were like, wait a
I
minute.
hope
these guys-
Cali is evil.
No,
No,
well,
who is it? Marie. I forget who is.
no,
it.
you're right. It's Callie. It's Callie.
It's Callie. Yeah,
Yeah.
she's all evil. You know what? Let her be evil and let's kill her at the end.
That's
That'd be-
because Marie is the best girl. No one gives a fuck about Callie. That's all I'm gonna say.
I highly disagree there.
I know you
like-
disagree,
I
and that's
like
why I don't
Marie.
care.
I like them
Huh?
both.
Man, Marie.
I think both of them are trash. No.
I like Marie's whole like I don't give a fuck attitude. That's why I
Nah,
like her.
that attitude to me, she looks like, you look at her, you can see in her eyes that she's just so dumb.
I think
Really?
Callie's crazy, or yeah, Callie's crazy. She's just
Yeah,
got that
Callie's like
emo,
Callie's
like
hyped up.
vampire chick look.
No, wait, no, that's Marie.
What are we talking about here, folks?
Wait a
No,
minute.
Callie's got the
We're
dark
talking
hair.
about-
No, Callie's
No,
the purple.
Callie's the gray hair, isn't it?
Really?
No, Callie is purple. Callie's the purple hair. Marie is the
It's
green.
purple. It's kind of black.
No, Callie's
Oh yeah,
represented.
Callie's the. See, that's why I don't care about either. They're both trash.
I'm saying Callie's the one. Wow. I'm saying Callie's the one who's like, what the hell? Are y'all
Who's got the
posting?
white hair? That's all I want to know.
The one who has white hair is Marie.
That's
Yeah,
what
that's
I
Marie.
said.
Marie.
one.
Yeah, it is Marie.
How's she the? I don't get the dumb thing.
Just her expression, her eyes, she just looks like there's just a void inside her head.
That's because she's sick of all the shit she's dealing with. That's what it is. She's indifferent.
That's why, like, apparently in this new one, people are saying that she might be evil. And to me, like, listen, if we gotta start killing them off, we should kill them off. At the
What
end
are
of
you
this one.
talking about? Why do you want to kill Kelly Marie?
How you gonna get up to Splatoon genocide all of a sudden?
You didn't know about that?
You gotta watch
in the new one, she might be
I didn't
evil.
want no. Look, I watched the analysis trailer. I watched the trailer. Where the fuck did you get Splatoon genocide from? All right, sir.
I'm not even Johan. I'm gonna have to send you guys a link. I'm telling you, there's.
I don't want to see no Splatoon genocide.
The artwork with her laying up against what's his name, the DJ, the boss, what's his name?
That's not genocide. That's not. First
Looking
off,
like she looking like that
He's a spy.
chick with the Jabba the Hutt and shit.
well, yeah. Have you guys been looking at the Squid Sister stories that Nintendo's been posting?
Yeah.
She's apparently evil or something like that.
She's not
She
evil.
might
I think she's
Callie might
being.
just be evil.
She's possessed,
I
or
think
she
she's
just
brainwashed. I'm thinking brainwashed.
maybe she just
Brainwashed,
mad 'cause she
no.
lost the
The
what you call it?
Splatfest,
Splatfest.
yeah, man, because she's salty as shit, man.
She's
Yeah,
salty.
me too.
I
Well, I
think
bet
it's
I bet you are
this is
salty
the
about
time.
that one.
Do you
I took-
think?
I took that W to the fucking bank, man. I was so happy when I
Where's
saw
the
it.
artwork at?
But how cool is that? Like Nintendo took that and made it lore. Like
Yeah.
that's
Definitely,
bananas, you know?
Wait,
definitely.
did he?
Is it that poster they're talking about? Like the
They're
What's
talking
her
about
name?
because apparently one of the Callie is with the Octoling and it's all
Yeah, there's a-
purple or something.
Yeah, she's like laid up. What's the dude the boss?
DJ
I
Octavia.
can't find it.
Dr. Octavio.
Dr. Octavia.
Yeah, DJ Octavio, because he's a DJ.
DJ Octavia, that's what it is.
I
Dang,
can't
it's
find
look.
it.
Yeah, she's like laid up next to him like that.
Oh, and the
chick.
artwork.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's because she's possessed. Or we don't know actually. I'm
she's like
assuming.
the slave girl in
No, I
Star
think she's not
Wars,
possessed.
laying up
We-
next to Jabba the Hutt. You know?
I feel like that is a very
I
disturbing.
don't think so. She looks like the mastermind of it all or something.
I think she's
I'll
named
send you
Brain.
the photo.
No, because
All right.
DJ Octavio's behind her.
I'll send you the photo
Yeah.
right now.
She's
Welcome
not-
back
she's
to the
undercover.
welcome back to the Arms podcast, everybody.
Yeah, if you can see, if you see her shades are very much like the Octoling shades, and not.
Oh no, I see. I'm
Exactly.
just saying. I think the shades are brainwashing her.
Yeah.
I think in the end, I'm with Terrell. I think there's no way they would actually make her evil, considering how popular they are. But I'm gonna say she's
Yeah, but
like
how cool would it be if
infiltrated
we
or some
made this where they go against each other, then they have to kill each other or something?
What the
the hell?
Murder.
What kind of
Dude.
Splatoon games you trying to
Dude,
make?
that's so
man?
awful, disturbing. Jules, what
Hey,
is
we have-
you got these people who want squid genocide on the podcast. What's going on, man?
Yeah, let's get back to ours.
First of all, it's already dark enough. It's dark enough, and we can make the story even darker.
Well, yeah, the background's black. What else you need to do to it?
You bugging out, man.
I know. I'm trying to move on. Let's.
Cocaine. No more
So-
cocaine for Robert.
Let's get out of these woods.
It looks like Arms has like a final boss.
Yeah.
You think that'll eventually be a playable character?
I'm gonna say no.
I thought it would be. I think
I don't
That's a good
know.
question. I
I'm
don't know.
gonna say no.
I see that goes back into the Arms lore, and I feel like there's more to it that they're not telling us intentionally. Because
But
that might
the
be.
thing,
Go ahead.
the thing that I saw like in the trailer, I already hated that they showed that. They should never have showed that. That all of a sudden he has like 4 arms. I feel as a playable character, there's gonna be way too over. He's one of those end bosses who's gonna be so overpowered that they would never make him a playable character. I think.
Goro from Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, that bullshit from the Mortal Kombat 2. It was King Taro wins.
Yeah,
I never beat him in my life ever.
cheap ass AI. That's why.
I know. I got him down to like a sliver of health one time, and he killed me. I never got any closer to like half this. It was so cheap.
I could just see Juice breaking his
Fucking-
controller.
Launching my Sega Genesis controller. Get the fuck.
No, it's-
I could never. That's one of the few games where I never could beat the final boss.
you don't ever want to go back to it and try.
Maybe now.
You have to take into account if he actually has 4 arms. As a player, you can never control those 4 arms in a way that the boss will be able
Well,
to.
it looked like a something that dropped down like a.
Yeah, you
power
got like
suit
a
or something.
stone mask or a tiki mask. I couldn't tell which.
Yeah, so we'll see. But just knowing that there's new content coming on top of everything they showed was a full game, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And well, I haven't heard anyone trying to do the whole well, it's not complete game, Nintendo. It's not worth $60. I don't see anybody
Yeah.
saying that.
Well, no,
There's
why?
no
Because
honeymoon,
that
man.
anymore.
it's
It's a
even
honeymoon.
it's even better than Splatoon was at launch.
Yeah,
And
there
you
wasn't
think-
all,
Yeah,
there wasn't
yeah,
all the
actually-
salt leading up to to this game like it was leading up to
that's true.
Splatoon. So
Not at
we're in the
all.
honeymoon of the Switch right now. So
Because
well,
you know what, we
everything is
also have the
beautiful.
lobbies and stuff. They probably, you know, people really love the lobbies and all the extra features.
But
like
they
that.
want the voice chat. Damn it! Where's my phone app at?
It is kind of weird that we dropping all these, multiplayer
Online.
games and we
Yeah,
ain't
with
no inkling of what's going on with the.
What's with all these Nintendo puns lately? What the fuck is
that's true, man. You think that they'd want to have that?
It's
But
weird.
they reconfirmed the voice chats fall. Not even going to launch with
Yeah.
the test demo of the app. The beta
It's gonna
app.
launch with Mario, and that makes no sense.
That seems weird.
That means Mario has multiplayer we don't know about. That's what that
Well,
is.
it's good
Imagine.
because it's still, it's still free, and I still use my laptop and chat like we always did. And
Yeah, it doesn't bother me.
Hangouts.
Yeah, it doesn't bother me either.
So, all right. Now we've already talked about Splatoon quite a bit, but let's talk about the single player trailer because that got me super excited. I still feel like it's going to be about a 5-hour thing, but the
It's gonna be a fun
creativity,
5 hours.
yeah, it didn't look like they're just redoing. Like everything looked new and fresh.
Dude. And the one thing I do want to address real quick, just to get the negative stuff out of the way, I hate how I was watching like reaction videos of this, like from Nintendo YouTubers, and people are like, "Oh, it looks like more of the same," and I'm like, "Did you guys play it? Did you play it? I'm about to say, did you even play the first game single
No.
player? You can see how different it is just by looking at some of the first few
Every
clips
stage
of
looks
it.
like it has something unique to it, and that's
way more
awesome.
hectic.
Well, that even like the fact that you can switch your fucking weapons.
And it's way more dynamic and switching the weapons and just the level designs themselves look way more dynamic and way more like
Mhm.
it's a lot of more stuff going on. Like there's
And
real
that little
thought put
boss,
into them.
that cool dude boss, it looks.
Well,
cool.
we saw. I think we
Those squid blimps and all that like that shit is
Yeah, oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
squid flip, yeah,
We're getting
that's
bombed
awesome.
out here in Baghdad. I don't know what the hell is going on.
And the like those bouncy platforms, and then like it was
the
rolling.
bowling balls and all that. Like what is going on in this game? It's just,
Incredible.
I'm gonna say we still got our hero gear. We got those grinding rails that look lit.
yeah, I think
hope
they're
that's
gonna replace the what are the other rails called?
I don't know what they're called,
Forgot
but
what they're called.
they're like the ink rails, pretty much.
Yeah, they were just pretty lame though.
Yeah.
had
Well, I mean,
those-
they
didn't do much.
were okay, but the problem was they were barely used in the multiplayer map.
yeah,
So you
yeah.
Now they are going to be used.
And
so
if they
that's
were
alright.
using the multiplayer, man, you was vulnerable like a bitch. Like there's nothing you could do.
well, that's why I kind of like. That's why I like this new version of them
Yeah, me
because like you can shoot while you're on them, but you can't turn into a squid, or else I guess you risk falling
Right.
off of it. So
Oh, I want that shit.
it's kind of a risk versus reward situation.
At least I feel like I have some control. Like I can do something at least to try to save myself.
Oh, they're trying to pull
On the
out some
rails.
They're trying to pull out some Jet Set Radio vibes with that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
More,
the,
more
I mean,
90s feel and stuff. In
I
this game.
appreciate it. I appreciate that.
and the music is as cool as it's ever been.
Oh, the music is incredible.
And just the style, like when Murray's like, you probably heard of me. I'm a squid sister. Get over it. And then the girl's like, oh, you don't know who I am?
Well, yeah, because they
So, like,
say, what is it? This game takes place 2 years after the first
yeah,
one.
like 2 years.
And just that-
Only 2 years passed and she forgot.
I don't think there was anything in the first single player, in the first game, that had any kind of that kind of character. Maybe there was a few moments.
Not really. Maybe a little bit at the end. Maybe a little bit
Yeah,
at
at
the
the
end.
end,
with the Squid
kind of
Sisters.
ball stuff. Yeah,
And those Octarian, like, I love that design. That's so
the
cool.
dude was throwing up dynamite, man. That shit was ridiculous.
Yeah, that was crazy. Like, what the hell?
it was like, what
And
is
then, like,
that?
His chair is like had little dynamite necklaces on it.
Yeah, this man-
Like, what is that? This is crazy.
It's like you just asking me to shoot you. I don't know what you want me to do. You expect me
Sorry.
not to use the gun? I'm gonna use the gun. I'm sorry.
This game is
That one dude,
so much.
he like regurgitated like a minigun. Like,
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
that was cool. And it's just like, I didn't know if they had enough creativity left after the first game or anything left, to really surprise us with Splatoon. That's what I've been kind of worried about this whole time. And I saw this and I'm like, yeah, they got tons of new ideas for this game. Like,
well, they said they had to cut a lot
incredible.
of stuff from the first game because it was kind of rushed. They had to get it out. And I want to say I'm not surprised, but it is I was expecting, this kind of stuff. Even when they said like, oh, it's the single player is going to be kind of similar, I was just like, I think that's just Dodge speak. I think they're actually doing more, and they obviously are doing more with it. So,
well, yeah,
I just want to see if they're going to ever put out that side scroller thing, mini game.
Yeah.
I need it in my veins.
It'd be interesting if they were willing to change up the designs of the levels really drastically to get away with throwing it as like a level motif.
Yeah.
But
if you notice, they have like a beach one. Like they changed it up in terms of location.
Well, I couldn't tell if that stage looks really similar to the beach stages in the first game. The what's it called? The Mahi Resort.
Yeah.
It looks insane. It looks similar to that to me.
It looks like that's another thing. I'm rewatching the trailer now, and I don't know if you can put anything into this, but all the other like games have 720p option. This one on YouTube on the Nintendo official website, it's got a 1080p 60 option, and I kind of feel like this game looks significantly better than when we first saw it. I don't know if it's just because of the quality of the upload, but I noticed right away, like you're talking about that beach level, like that looks significantly better.
Is that blue water? Is that ink? I don't know.
That threw me off when I first saw it.
It is gorgeous.
Because I thought the whole water was ink, and I was like, what the hell?
And it could just be the 60 frames really does benefit, things like that can make up for lower resolution for a game like this. But man, it looks beautiful. Yeah, it's definitely an ocean, and it looks better than anything I've seen in Splatoon 1. So I think they're definitely pushing it beyond what they first showed.
And actually, just sticking on frame rate real quick, because I want to give ARMS some praise too.
Oh yeah, I forgot to bring up the analysis.
Because that shit, when I saw that it was holding 60 locked that whole time, that kind of blew me away, considering how much stuff is really going on. Now, I know it gets cut to 30, I think, when you're in 4-player matches. I don't know about 2-player matches.
2 players lock 60, but it drops to 900 resolution.
Oh, that's what it does. Okay. But 4-player, I think, goes to 30. I'm still surprised they're able to keep it completely. I mean, granted, for a fighter, it's absolutely necessary to have it a lot of frame rate. But I just gave him a lot of props on that. And other side note, I don't know how you guys felt about ARMS' music up until this break.
Yeah, robot voice.
Break it up, man.
I like the music.
The main thing for ARMS is kind of cool. I haven't really paid attention to anything else, so I'm not sure about the full array of music. But yeah, let's get back to ARMS real quick since we forgot. Digital Foundry, they had an hour plus of capture, like 90 minutes, and it never even flickered below 60. Then that was split screen mostly, and then single player for like half hour. And it's full 1080p 60 light, and I think the game looks really good. Like it really shows what this system is capable of over the Wii U, and it's running native 1080.
I already think it's impressive that they managed to keep the 60 frames in split screen 2-player, and I love it when people start bitching like 30 frames per second for like 4 people split screen, but like come on, how many people are actually gonna play this shit 4-player split screen next to each other?
Almost no one.
And even still, it's like impressive. It can still look that good in 4-player.
I can't believe it can even do that. The game that was a serious big surprise when they showed that the first time. Like 4 players at the same time, 8 players at the same time. I was like, what the fuck, yo? I can't believe like that is actually like possible with all the chaos and everything.
You chop your screen up like that. That's not fun.
Yeah, because so far on the Switch, we've only seen games that really started as Wii U titles or ports from Wii U, and this will be the first.
True.
I feel like this game was never even considered as a Wii U game. Like to me, I feel like they immediately, from the beginning, this was a Switch game.
Well, I could see them like conceptually coming up with the characters. And stuff,
maybe in that end.
But like actually, and when it comes to like development, I don't think it was Wii U at all. It was definitely Switch.
So it's a good sign for things to come that this they pulled it off. Where with some of the other games, even Mario Kart's 1080p 60, but it's doesn't look any significantly better than the Wii U version at all. But this, like, there's no way ARMS could be on the Wii U at 1080p 60. You know, just no way looking the way it looks. So I mean, it's good to know that they didn't sacrifice, like with Zelda, where you know it drops down in the low 20s, mid 20s in certain areas and stuff, where they're back to their 60 frames per second. So and then the music, Terrell, I don't know if your mic's working any better, but like I said, I only really know the main theme. I haven't really paid attention to the music. So if
Well,
anybody,
I was gonna bring up Ribbon Girls theme. The Ribbon Girls theme, we hear it a little bit when they do the sections on the characters in the direct, and they go, "Oh, Ribbon Girl," and then you get to her stage, you can actually hear her her theme in the background. I thought that, I don't know, like the whole theme, and then like even the Global Test Punch music. I was just like, man, I really like the soundtrack.
yeah, I do like that.
No, I do agree with people's complaints that it's like you have this cool singer singing in the background, and literally all she's singing is na 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 na, and you're just like, come on, man, you could get lyrics in there if you wanted to.
I don't know. We're gonna throw arms today. Like,
Okay, all right, no, we're not doing that. All right,
it doesn't make sense to me. To me, it's fine with that. Na, 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 na.
I mean, it's all right. I just kind of, you kind of want a little bit more if you're gonna have some singing in there,
I think the lyrics would seriously make it really, really stupid.
It already sounds stupid to begin with the na 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 na.
No, but I think it's kind of similar to Splatoon, where it's like I think it's fine, to be honest.
I mean, it's all right. It's not killing my experience. It's just something I noticed.
Because also, you know what you're gonna get? Otherwise, you're gonna get some DK rap kind of shit in the background. All the
Hey
time.
man, that shit is iconic as fuck though.
Well, let's just point out that the Mario Kart 8 team making this game and the music in Mario Kart 8 is just phenomenal. Like it's so varied, and like they had the live jazz band, and it's good stuff. So I'm not surprised. And Nintendo they just somehow always have creative and interesting music in their games, and it's like,
Yeah.
I don't know who's responsible for those decisions, but hopefully they're a younger person in the company and they're going to be there, because it feels like the whole Wii U generation, we got great music, and now it's continuing. So I'm excited, and like I definitely want to pay more attention next time I watch any ARMS footage and kind of listen to that music. So I can't really talk too much on it without really having heard much other than the main theme. So, all right, let's get back to the Splatoon 2. Trying to think where we were talking about the single player and how much variety and different it looks creatively. I didn't see anything. I was like, oh, I did that in Splatoon 1, like other than shooting a gun and swimming through ink. Just everything. I just watched that trailer again, and it's like the bosses all look really unique and cool, and my excitement level for that game has risen at least 2 points since. So I'm probably like at a 9 for Splatoon 2, and ARMS is probably up close to a 9 as well. So I think it was great to like combine those two and have it end that way. So if anybody else wants to give their thoughts, I can't remember who spoke on this since we kind of got sidetracked there.
Yeah, I'll talk a bit still, because I didn't talk a lot about Splatoon, the single player campaign yet. On the first game, like I said, I always hated the single player campaign. I think I did it only a few months ago, quickly to get it over with. Because the main things that always bothered me is that you always had that fucking splash or nothing else. You always had that same gun. So when I saw the trailer and the latest single player trailer, and you saw them switch weapons, that was it for me. I was happy. That's all I needed to be able to enjoy that single player campaign more. I was hoping the level design would change a bit, like you would get a bit broader levels, like actual levels, like what you play in the multiplayer stuff. But when I saw that you could switch weapons, that's it. I was happy, and I know I already enjoyed the game more than the first one just because of that.
And hopefully they can somehow bring the awesomeness of the final boss and kind of have all the bosses be great.
I hated him. He was annoying.
Really, I loved it.
I don't. A lot of people talk about how it's like one of the greatest final battles ever. Holy shit, he was so fucking annoying, like all the time.
Really?
I just thought he was annoying to fight. He was annoying to look at. He sounded annoying, and he started getting on my nerves.
Dude, I thought it was
So-
awesome.
I thought it was.
I absolutely loved it.
I don't have that same hype that other people had with him. So
You know,
It is
also,
one of my favorite.
The music was great.
Well, you're wrong, Rachel Depp. You're wrong.
Jesus.
Especially
in the end, all you're doing all the time, because he doesn't even change. You do the same thing all the time. That fight lasted like 5 hours, and all you do is like hit his shit back at him. Like I didn't see.
But it was
that.
like dynamic.
I was
The fight,
expecting
because
more.
I like that.
It just felt like a culmination of everything.
I had a lot more fun fighting the other bosses in the game because those were amazing.
But what
the other
about?
bosses were like 1 try, 2 minutes.
Cakewalks, man.
Yeah, cakewalks for me.
Well, how do you feel about the new guy with the unicycle?
Looks funny. I don't know.
I like
Can't
it.
really comment more than that. I mean,
Yeah,
I,
but his design's hilarious. His tiny ass unicycle with his giant guy.
I love that the music was timed to like stuff going on at that
yeah.
part of the trailer,
Mhm.
and like him pedaling was like going to the rhythm of that weird music. That was cool. But yeah, Retro, you're definitely wrong on that one. But
Oh, damn.
it's all right.
Wrong, Rachel. You're
It's
wrong.
all right to be wrong. But I'm just hoping, like, I'm expecting 5 boss fights, just like the first game. And
Yeah.
I'm looking for some, maybe the first one be a little easier, maybe the second one be a little, still kind of easy, but don't make the 4th one the easiest of all of them. Like, that was so pathetic to me. I'm watching Terrell just shared something.
I love the Arms Twitter account because they post all this cool art, and because that's what brought up the whole lore with Mechanica. So I like this little GIF that they did with
Yeah,
Mechanica.
she's like flying.
Yeah, she's flying and she's scaring Min Min because
Yeah,
apparently
that's cool.
Min Min and her are friends in the context of the game.
Of course, you want them to be even
Well,
closer
yeah,
friends.
No, 'cause first off, Mechanica is fucking like 12 or some shit.
This
like
is yeah, that's
15.
okay in Japan. That's
No, I'm just saying. I'm talking about personally. I don't care for that shit personally. I mean, I like if they wouldn't have a sister bond. That's cool. I don't.
well, I'm talking 5. What about 5 years from now?
We'll see what
Anyway.
she looks like.
Mhm.
But let me put it like this: and what if they pull a Xenoblade and all of a sudden she's the exact same? She looks the exact same, but all of a sudden she's magically 18.
Well, no, that's called censorship.
They didn't do that though because she's still like they kept saying that Lynn was like 13, even in the
Yeah,
English.
in the game they did. They just like Nintendo
They
was
kept like making it a point to say, "Hey, this girl's 13." Like I always found that funny.
they were trying too hard. Are we shit posting? Yeah, we're shit posting. We're fucking
Good thing she's got those shorts on underneath.
exactly. What's the problem?
Oh my gosh.
Like the shorts mean anything at this point?
Yeah,
Why are we
anyway,
shit? Well, we're gonna be
That's
shit
so
posting
funny.
tonight, man. It's gonna be rough.
The audience can't see what we're talking about, so
Good. They don't need to.
It's Ribbon Girl with the very, very tight shorts.
Nigga, she's not wearing underwear at this point, man.
yeah. The only reason they just colored it like she's wearing shorts, but doesn't.
Yeah,
really
that's
look
just her
like
ass, man.
So yeah, Splatoon 2, any final. Another thing I forgot, like, you think there'll be another global test fire for Splatoon before it comes out? I think there will be.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna say yeah.
They did it for last time, didn't they? Remember?
I don't remember.
They did it twice for the first game.
Yeah. See?
They're probably
Um,
working with the data they collected, and then they need to have extra data to reconfigure some shit together with the first stuff. I'm pretty sure there's gonna be another test fire.
Yeah.
However,
I would think so I was gonna say that's why I haven't deleted it.
That was so random.
I will say that. I will say that Arbs, as the test punch. They never gave times, did they?
Yeah,
Did you think it might be all
I
day?
think it's on the website.
Oh, did
Yeah.
they?
Maybe it's gonna be the entire day. That's what I'm
Because
thinking.
maybe it'll be. It's 6 days. That's a lot,
And
actually.
the good old US gets 6 days, but the rest of
Because
it
America is the greatest. Wow. See, y'all weren't supposed to laugh at that. See, the retro laughing at that makes sense. Robert, we live in America. We don't do that, all right?
It's
You're,
so funny.
you're insinuating some really sad shit.
I'm trying to find like the official details for that test.
Yeah,
punch,
I'm
but
telling you, it might just be all day. And
I'm
then-
pretty sure it's on the website.
I'm trying to find the website and I don't see it. But
I
yeah,
think
we,
with,
If anyone
with
knows the
Splatoon, they really
times.
wanted to test the internet stuff, and I think with ARMS, I think they most likely just really want to gauge the interest in the game itself.
Maybe
yeah.
that might be it. That really might be it. I
Wouldn't
hope it is
surprise me.
because I want to just play whenever I want, during those days. Because I don't most of the time, if it's like the nighttime, I can't do it, or maybe it's the morning. I'm like, God damn it, I can't do that one.
You'll be
So
busy with your ribbon girl pictures. That's why.
That's why. We'll see. I
Yeah,
I
can
can't
anybody
even-
find,
hope so.
I
anybody
can't believe
find?
how many characters are actually allowing you to play. I figured you were gonna like 3 or 5 characters. You basically can play with the entire roster.
It's the
seven.
whole. It's the whole roster. No, they said 10 on the
So
store.
I thought
On-
there was gonna be
It
7.
said right on the direct that it was minus Twintel,
Did
Kid
it say it?
Cobra, and
No, see,
Bart.
people have looked it up on the eShop.
On
The eShop
it says 10. Try it
Yeah,
all
10.
10 characters.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Interesting.
So I don't know.
So
That's-
Nintendo just keep lying to us. I'm fucking sick of this shit.
I could have swore the direct specifically said the characters.
Yeah,
but-
that's what I thought too.
All right, last one. I'm done. No more shit posting.
I want to see the thickness now, not later.
Well, you can see the thing that's not just going DeviantArt.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like I want to see it in moving, moving. Just
Stop.
In motion.
There's gonna be so many.
Emotion.
The screenshots from ARMS are gonna get fucking deleted, man.
So yeah, the test fire starts Friday for North America.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm definitely thinking about canceling my Street Fighter pre-order because I'd rather just play ARMS.
Man,
That's
you
gonna
like-
be winner.
I like
I said that shit like 30 times already. Just
I know. That's
a
another. That's like the final nail in the coffin. Like I'm gonna be playing ARMS if it's all, especially if it's not just an hour. Like if I can play all.
I'm pretty sure it was an hour though. If
I gotta say that's actually kind of interesting. I'm thinking that's not a bad call because
Even though I
it
do, I
takes
mean,
6
I-
days.
I've always like Street Fighter, and it'd be nice to. For $28, it's not that big of an investment to be able to play.
come on, man. You gonna pass up on way of the hot dough?
Can we not bring that up? I've already seen the previews. I don't want to fucking play this shit.
Looks good in the little tests.
I was gonna say
Screen.
it's so weird that the training stuff works fine from what I've
Here we
seen,
go.
and then you
And
go
then-
into the game and that shit don't work at all.
I've only seen Nintendo Life's trying to play it.
Oh, that shit
Yeah.
was funny as fuck.
Does other people having the same problems?
Almost every preview I've
I
saw.
haven't seen other people have the same problems, but they've said that's the case for them too.
Yeah.
Cool. So yeah, look forward to that test.
Cool.
hunt.
Nice transition.
No, it is.
That's a hell of a transition.
I forgot
Juice.
all about it until you just brought it up. I would have went the whole podcast without talking about it.
That's good.
So
Maybe it
that's,
would have been better. That
you won't
way.
be able to play with friends. I know they said
We don't have any friends, Juice.
Wait, what? Wait. What?
it's just worldwide. It's just gonna put you in a
Yeah.
random match.
Are you serious? Are they gonna add that in though?
Why are you
No,
just
it's-
not learning this? You got a pre-order already?
I'm about to say,
No,
come
I
on.
No, test punch. The test punch.
Yeah, what about the test punch?
I thought you were talking about Street Fighter. I was
The-
like, what?
No, we're talking about arms. The test.
Talking about
the
arms,
test
cool.
punch.
Oh, I think I was
I'm
talking
hoping-
about Street Fighter.
I don't
Robert,
know
you're drunk.
about Street
Robert,
Fighter.
you're drunk.
Too many fighters. Right?
Go
Too many fighters.
Somebody, T, get his keys.
But look, all right. This is kind of where I wanted to take this. Why I brought up Street Fighter is, what do you think Capcom's thinking that Nintendo's kind of overshadowing the launch of their game
They're probably
with
pissed.
this arms test punch? You think they're going to be a little butthurt about that, or you think it's going to affect people picking up the
No.
game?
Man,
No,
fuck
Monster
that
Hunter.
Well,
crap,
it's
man.
affecting you. so
No,
let
no,
them
Monster
affect
Hunter
you.
for Switch. That's what
I
that's
said
their
that
response.
1,000 years ago that these companies.
Oh, T,
They're-
are you immortal?
I'm just saying, man. I said that in obviously a few weeks after the Switch launch, we were talking about stuff like this, and I was like, these guys, it's their own fault for waiting so long. Like that Street Fighter should have been a launch game. It was a launch game on 3DS. Why wasn't this game a launch game for the Switch? It had no competition, none. It's their own fucking fault. I don't give a shit.
Personally, I think with,
Jesus!
I think with
Oh my
Street Fighter,
god!
I don't think it's gonna overshadow anything because I feel it's seriously just they even show it in the trailers. It's made for people who used to play it, and those people will buy it if they're interested.
Yeah, it's still gonna. But I think the potential it could have sold better had it come out
What the
earlier.
fuck are you posted? Oh,
No,
Y'all going crazy in this damn chat.
Street Fighter 5
It's distracting me. I can't even get my thoughts out.
They're saying it sold 16 million.
No, 1.6 million.
Oh, okay.
oh, that's even
crazy.
worse.
For what?
Yeah, what the heck? I thought it. Wow.
What's that?
Street
I'm
Fighter
a
5,
fan.
they're saying sold 1.6 million.
Like that's
It's
it.
been out for over a year.
It's $20 now, ain't it? So
Is it?
it's a lot cheaper.
Oh, by the way,
Street
I found
Fighter 5 was like the Splatoon. There was like barely anything in the game when it launched. I can't believe it even sold this much.
So why did Splatoon sell better?
Because Splatoon actually delivered on the
Because
promise.
Oh,
it was still original.
No, by the way, I did find the times for the test punch.
And we
What is it?
May
we already had a
26th.
precedent. With
I would say May 26th is at 8 o'clock. Stop. Yo, stupid.
Y'all play too much, man. Street Fighter had 1,000 games, you know, what we were used to seeing and what we expect from them. Splatoon is new IP. We had no idea, you know.
Exactly.
So that's why they could get away with that, where
Oh, my chest.
Street Fighter couldn't.
Yeah, and they like you could tell they rushed Street Fighter 5 out, and Splatoon was kind of similar. They knew they had to get it out, and that was a compromise they made. And I would have rather had it. I'd rather been able to play it when in its form it launched at than not play it at all. You know.
Yeah.
I think
Mhm.
as long as everything came free, like they said, and they delivered on that, and I didn't want that to be the new standard, but it doesn't look like it's going to be. ARMS definitely has more content, and Splatoon 2 is I think, is gonna have significantly more at launch than Splatoon 1. So as long as they didn't make that a routine, they were gonna do all the time.
I was gonna say, did y'all want to know the times for?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, for the 26th is only 8 o'clock. So I'm
What?
guessing it's gonna be
I can do
hour. It's gonna be hour chunks. So the 26th is 8 o'clock.
What
No, that's
Time
Eastern.
zone.
That's Eastern Standard Time. Is 8 o'clock.
Come
So 5
on.
o'clock Pacific Standard Time.
That sucks.
The 27th it's 8 o'clock. No, it's 8 o'clock in the morning.
Oh
and
my
then
god,
it's-
that sucks. I can't do that either, bro.
No. There's 3 different times on the
Oh, okay,
27th.
right.
But they doesn't.
8 o'clock in the
doesn't-
morning, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and 8 o'clock at night on the
Cool.
27th.
All right.
And then the 28th is 8 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. June 2nd, 8 o'clock at night. Actually, it looks like they're just repeating themselves. Yeah, they
That's
are.
so dumb. Why don't they have a nighttime for Sunday?
Because you gotta go
Robert. They don't.
eat a dick. That's why.
That means they can only play Saturday and like that's it.
Oh no, you can also play the Saturday after that.
There's only 2 times.
It's more than the 0 you're playing right now.
Why don't they have a
yeah,
time for when I get out of the shower?
No,
My hands gonna be all soggy and shit.
And it is interesting that they didn't at least have a little
No.
test. Like, you download the demo, you should be at least be able to do the mechanics against like,
I agree.
and just like learn how to turn, move, and punch instead of just waiting for your match while you do that. Like, why not just have that there now where anyone can, don't have another opponent and just have some like the target puncher. Just
Because
nothing.
they don't juice.
Like
Maybe they're
I mean,
gonna
great,
do
you can
what,
make the same argument for Splatoon because Splatoon.
Maybe they're
did
gonna
the
do what
same
they did
thing.
with Splatoon. Yeah, when in the beginning you're just
I
forced
know,
into
I've-
this training thing.
Because they
Yeah,
want
but I think that's one
everybody in
difference.
there on the same level.
yeah, but you could do it like
At the
it's
same
a
time.
training room.
We don't need you learning meta in the
Yeah.
training mode. Yeah,
That's true, but it's not. That's not what it's about. It's not because if you can only play on that Sunday, people might already have 5 play sessions in. So it's
I agree. Same
I
like
think
The thing is that demos are just a weird thing. Like demos can turn you off to a game, and so they're being tepid. They're being cautious. I think. And that was the same thing with because how many people got turned off from Wonderful 101 because of that demo? Like a lot.
Oh.
A lot of people
That,
said, "Well, I didn't like
that
the
demo,
demo."
which is weird because the demo was actually better designed than the game was in some ways.
Yeah.
The damn demo said, "Oh look, here's a guard. Here's a
it
guard."
gave you the guard ability.
Yeah.
If you didn't know to get the guard, you're just sitting there going, "How do I stop this enemy from shooting me?" Maybe you should get the fucking guard ability.
Yeah, the shop wasn't
Why that might have affected
Yeah.
review scores, because obviously it didn't review.
Yeah, I
well.
remember that was actually game.
So
that was like
yeah.
the first
That
game
hurt.
explainer
That
review I
probably hurt
watched.
the game sales overall. So they're just being cautious.
That's true.
I think.
I think it would have been because it's such a
I don't disagree. I would have loved to have.
it's such a change to how people expect to play a game like that. I think it would have been.
man.
I think it would have been beneficial for a lot of people, because a lot of people would be trying it. Like even if he only gave you like 5 times you could do it before.
I'm like Retro Dev. Like I immediately went and downloaded it and was like, oh, I gotta wait.
Yeah, I tried.
it was just sad. It was just like, oh, I'd like to play right now. I was so
Sorry.
excited to download it, but ain't nothing you could do after that.
I know.
So I propose
Listen
a
to
wager.
music.
I propose a wager. My wager is how many pictures of Twin Tail's ass do you think you're gonna see during these test punches if she's in the game? If she's playable.
All the time.
Depends
She's
on
not playable in the test punch.
I'm saying if she is. Let's just pretend like she might be.
Oh,
I mean, the game idea guy retweeted about 20 picks that day.
Look at this man! You put this
Andre.
man on blast. How dare you?
Blasted him.
Bang bang!
I'm gonna start forwarding this stuff to y'all significant others and see what they think.
Wonder what his wife thinks.
Y'all
I want to know what the wife
man.
thinks about all these pictures y'all putting out here.
Y'all gotta chill out, man. That was
Maybe
dirty.
they should balance the thickness. Have everyone with a thick ass in the game, so everyone can just take pictures of everyone.
Robert, what the fuck are you doing? Like, Robert, I feel like Robert's gonna send us some fucking photos on the group chat. Like, hey guys, look what I found. He's gonna be trying to get. He's gonna be taking
Ever since
under.
Rob
Play
left.
photos from the other night.
Ever since Rob left, people like thick ass that and genocide that.
Yeah.
Yeah, how do you go from thick asses to genocide? That's a weird transition, buddy.
You're a strange.
You gotta destroy that thick ass too. And so,
That's not with what? What?
Strange, man. You strange.
What are you trying to destroy it with?
All right, it's getting kind of wacky in here.
Robert's
How
also on the
tired
levels, man.
Is it nap time?
You man's a weird.
All right,
Grandpa Juice is mad.
looking forward to the test punch on Friday, and we'll see. Maybe I'll be playing Street Fighter 2 that day. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, I mean, I think that's pretty much it. I mean, nothing else really newsworthy, I don't think. Unless I missed something, I haven't checked the internet all day. So T already gave the breaking news on the Red Dead delay. Like, who cares?
It's coming to the Switch. That's why they delayed it. That's why I told y'all.
I'd be shocked if that even. I think that's going to be fall.
That's some Nintendo faggotry propaganda you speaking right there. T.
Somebody just brought up a good. I forgot. I was going to ask you guys. What do you expect for additional characters for ARMS? Do you think they'll throw in some pre-existing Nintendo characters, or
No.
just straight up new characters?
New characters.
I think you're gonna get at least one.
I'm
No,
gonna say new characters.
we don't need the pandering. Damn it.
I think you're gonna get one. Not.
Go ahead.
I think they want to do what
you
they.
gotta. Oh, sorry.
Sorry, sorry. I just wanted to say, I think they want to do what they did
So
with the first Splatoon and just keep it loose and its own entity. I think it's just gonna get new characters.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And I wonder, are they going to be like the B-list characters, or do you think they're going to come with like some really awesome stuff? Like, I'm worried that the 10 they're putting out is definitely the 10 best they have. What do you guys think?
So, what do you think they're gonna be the bootleg characters? Or
Some will just be like definitely not the same on the same level.
Well,
I
they
think
do
it's gonna
that
be
final
the
They'll be the
boss.
ones. They'll be the ones you find in the flea market, man. It's like, let me get 20 cents for that one. Nah, man, I'm gonna give it to you for free. Here you go.
I don't know.
I
Maybe
think
they're
it's gonna
saving
be
some really good ones.
I think when you're gonna see them, they're gonna be like so awesome that it's gonna be like what happened with Mario Kart 8. That all of a sudden, in all the races, all the time, everybody is Link.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I don't think that.
For a little
First
while.
of all, that was some bias ass shit though. For a while, I remember that crap.
What was?
People forgot that Mario Kart was Mario Kart and said, "Oh no, it's the Legend of
Yeah.
Kart. It's the Legend of Kart. Everyone's the Breath of the Kart. That's what it is."
Crazy that how much I don't like the art style for Hyrule Castle and Mario Kart after playing Breath of the Wild.
You bias ass.
Like it's just like I don't like this in this art style. Like,
Well,
just,
I
well,
just
you
hated that they picked that Link in general for Mario Kart.
yeah, I didn't.
well, what link is that technically supposed to be?
Well, okay, this is gonna
Skyward
sound really weird because I hate how Nintendo is milking the shit out of him, and I can't believe we're gonna say this, but they should have had Toon Link in there.
Yeah, I agree. For Mario Kart.
Well, Toon Link would have made more sense, but I think isn't that because I thought that was Skyward Sword Link, the one
I
we
think so
had.
too.
Yeah, it's kind of a mostly Skyward Swordish.
And I
but-
like Skyward Sword Link, but you know what I want? I want some Skyward Sword Zelda costumes. Damn it!
Yeah.
I feel like I'm so like, and this is just a random tangent. Like, if we get that Smash port, I want like some legit Zelda costumes that make her look like a better character. Because I don't nothing against her current look. I just like her Skyward Sword and Breath of the Wild looks better.
There's no reason
Yeah.
to only stick to one, the Twilight Princess aesthetic.
Well, yeah, because they fucking
Yeah, but that's what's annoying.
well, technically, it was like a transition from Twilight Princess to like
Melee.
yeah, like Legend of Ocarina of Time, and apparently Tetra just doesn't exist to these people.
Let's just admit that they got Smash out as fast as they could. They didn't rebuild character. They just took Melee, a lot of Melee character, not Melee, but Brawl characters,
Yeah.
and put them in.
Yeah, it's kind of certain ones got more attention
the
than
ones that
others.
are already there, like Link.
Yeah.
Yeah, but, like the Sakurai bias was strong with the Kirby characters because that's what we like. Everyone, if anyone knows, that's the running joke with like Sakurai and
He
his
likes
games.
Fire Emblem too.
Yeah, but no, he's really biased towards his own franchises. So like Kirby characters tend to be like really well designed and animated and shit. Because people are like, man, look how expressive DDD is. Look how broken Meta Knight was in Brawl. And you're just kind of like, Sakurai, you got other characters in this game. You want to? Nah, man. I'm gonna work on DD's animation some more. Let me.
But there were other characters, yeah, like Dark Pit.
Well, actually, Pit. Well, I don't. Well, yeah, because he's biased towards Pit.
Yeah.
You know,
He gets
because
two
You see all, I'm
characters.
about to say, you saw all the changes he made to Pit in Smash 4. It was stupid. He was almost a completely different character.
yeah,
Side
they
note.
changed a lot.
Yeah.
And
Anyways.
I'd still think for Smash, for Link, they should have just every single, one of his games. Like, why
Well,
can't
Ron-
we get in Breath of the Wild?
Well, I think it's just because the graphic art style clashes a lot with Link.
Yeah, but you could just, again, they did it with, they do like all types of costumes, so why can't you just do it for
Well, I mean, think about it.
Wild
Look,
and
when they
Twilight
tried to get,
Princess?
put it this way, when they tried to put the Skyward Sword costume on him, we saw how that ended up looking. Because I think aesthetically, that's like his worst looking costume in Smash.
what?
His Skyward Sword costume in Smash, I think it's the
I don't even remember that they had that, to be honest. I
That's
gotta
see,
look it up.
Maybe
exactly.
Skyward Sword coloration, but it's still the exact same Link design.
Well, see, that's the problem. That's what I'm saying. Like, because I would like to see every other Link, but I'm saying like graphically, it just looks weird. What?
You got really loud. For a
You
second.
got really loud all of a sudden.
Is that what happened before when we were like talking and
Yeah.
all of a sudden everyone just started laughing and I was like,
Yeah.
what the fuck?
But anyway, let's
Yeah.
let's have this be a short podcast, and we'll start talking E3 next week.
Put a condom on it.
So let's get on out of here.
Oh,
Let's
my
get,
chest.
let's get some final thoughts. So Robert, you go see any movies?
I'm going to
man.
nap.
Alien Covenant, people, go watch it. It's great. I keep thinking about it. I gotta go watch it again. And also, obviously this podcast was not as thick as the usual, but man, it was a good one. It was good. It was funny. It was entertaining. It was good. And yeah, enjoy ARMS and that everything else about ARMS. It'd be good.
What?
Enjoy the
Drunk.
arms and the glutes.
Go lay down, Robert. You're fucking sick.
Go drink some water, man.
Yeah, you see how thirsty it looks. Shit.
All right, Terrell, final thoughts.
Holy shit. Yeah, it was a good podcast. Oh yeah, by the way, I bought Fire
What?
bought Fire Emblem Echoes on Friday. I will give Best Buy credit. They actually got it to me within the a respectable amount of time. Like day shipping, and it wasn't like in the middle of the night like Amazon will do me sometimes. So I'm gonna try pre-order ARMS this time. Just just real quick thoughts on Fire Emblem. It's weird because of how different the game is, but I'm getting a kick out of it. It's just if people got into Fire Emblem through Awakening and Fates, you may not like this game as much because it's not as focused on like relationships. It actually has like a legit story to tell. Nothing against Awakening and Fates, more so Awakening than the Fates, but it's just weird. And then there's no weapon triangle, so there's no like the strategy's more just into calculating damage between what your attack does and what your enemy does. It's cool, and the dungeon crawling is cool. Actually, I'm surprised at the graphics, but yeah, it's a good game so far. Disgaea 5 comes out tomorrow, and then we have Street Fighter on Friday. I think that's the only 2 games coming out.
Thumper came out. It's fun, man.
Thumper looks cool. I don't know.
Thumper looks cool. I'm just not that into rhythm games because that's essentially what Thumper is.
No, yeah, it is a rhythm game, but it's
a horror. It's a horror rhythm game from what I've seen.
Yeah, in quotation, right? I mean,
and I'm glad that it runs well and it was well optimized for the Switch.
Yeah, that's another third-party indie game, I guess, that ported to Switch and compromises were minimal. Some effects got turned off.
What is it? The VR? Yeah,
that's originally what it was for.
And it's it's not. It's some pretty cool art direction and stuff, but it's not like pushing Unreal to its max, but still the fact that it came out and it's very solid, the performance is up to par with, like I said, minimal compromise. That's pretty impressive. So
yeah,
it's a good sign.
But
yeah.
But yeah, good podcast. And like I always say, life's a game, play to win.
All right, T.
Yeah, I just wanted to keep going with the what you just said about Unreal Engine 4 is that Tekken 7 is running on Unreal Engine 4, so you might hear something about that for the Switch. I hope so. I'm a Tekken fan, so bigger Virtual Fighter fan, but Tekken, good series. Anyway,
what about Rival Schools? Damn it!
Oh man,
is that beach volleyball game with an Unreal Engine?
No, that's wait,
what? That's Dead or Alive.
That Dead or Alive. Yeah, the Dead or Alive.
It's not even the same company. What are you doing?
Way off, man. You way off.
I'm serious. Go get the water.
Get out the woods and have a drink, man.
Maybe it's still
Robert, put your pants back on.
Oh my god.
Put your pants back on.
Yeah. So I saw. I did something real good for the kids today. Let them play hooky today, and we went to the movies. They've been really good.
Alien Covenant? No.
Take no little kids. Fucking Alien Covenant. What the? No, we went to saw Diary of a Wimpy Kid 4. Man, those movies are trash.
Yeah.
I like how that was a hell of a transition.
But they enjoyed it. But goodness gracious, there was nothing in that movie for me as a parent.
It's stupid.
Oh God. They are dumb. I mean, I felt stupid walking out of that.
What about that Captain Underpants movie? Does that look like?
Oh my god,
Dude, that was
a trailer.
Did you not watch? Did you never read the book?
That was a trailer before the movie, and that movie looks equally stupid to me. I don't know.
Oh man,
not for me. Not for me.
Man. Fuck.
It's gonna be Wonder Woman.
For me, man, it just looks really dumb.
And it's a DreamWorks, so at the end there's gonna be a song that everybody sings and dances to.
No, it shouldn't be. Captain Underpants original was. It's based off a book in the children's.
I know it's based on a worldwide phenomenon. I don't give a shit.
I like that book. Damn it, I grew up on that book.
That might help sell tickets to people who care, but it's not nothing for me. It's not doing it.
Well, remember, it's going up against another superhero movie, which is Wonder Woman.
Man, ain't no superhero movie. I don't care, man. Don't even try to put them in the same.
If you go see that, it's Wonder Woman, there's something wrong with you.
No,
I'm seeing both. You
got money nowadays. This is 2017. We have money. We can watch 2 movies.
I don't want to watch both. I just want to watch Wonder Woman. I want to
Your
watch.
Your kids will make you watch Captain Underpants.
Yeah, I can. I have a wife. I can make her go watch that with me.
That's cruel to usual punishment.
I'm not going to see that dread. But anyway,
man.
All right. Anyway,
hater.
Yeah, that's it. Great podcast as usual. Yeah, so I'm getting Street Fighter. I'm not canceling my pre-order. So
I haven't done it yet.
Anybody want to see me online? Come see me. All right, I'm out.
I'll see you.
All right, Retro, you got any final thoughts after all this nonsense?
Yeah, I like talking about arms. A lot of ass talk, which is a nice
Yeah.
transition into the fact that I finished Zelda finally, and that one of the final shots was just like ass again.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Nice.
I finished the game. I was like, "Holy shit, it's so beautiful and everything." And I think the first form of Ganon is like the design is so beautiful, such a beautiful fucking design, amazing. A little bit easy. The second form, or when after the everybody helped and stuff, I had to fight. And I had no idea what to do. Like nothing was hitting him, so I
You had
just
to
tossed.
equip the right weapon, didn't you? That's what I was doing wrong.
I just tossed like the thunder at him all the time. That killed him. And I know that's the only thing that helped. And yeah, and then the final, a little bit disappointed in how the final form went down. It looked amazing, but it was a bit
So,
easy. I guess it was really easy.
Yeah, it was.
it's pretty cake.
But yeah, and then and I finished it and really beautiful, and I really like how they ended it. And then you get like the ass shot. That's some extra thing.
Mhm.
It's like, yeah, I was happy with how the game ended, and I think now that I finished it, I honestly do put it in my top 3 of Zelda games. It was just amazing.
Nice.
All right.
Awesome.
And I'm wondering if they're going to continue the new story, right where that one leaves off, or is it going to be something completely?
I hope they
different?
do. I really
Maybe
do.
the Zelda,
Hey, you talking about the DLC?
Yeah.
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 I heard Otero talking to the voice actor. And
Oh.
She basically said she's got more stuff than the DLC. She can't say it, but you can tell. That's what she was saying.
Well, we hope we're not gonna. We're not gonna.
I'm not. I don't want to say for sure, but
He's spreading that propaganda, folks.
Yeah, the
Well,
way
that
she
would be
was
so
answering
cool.
made it seem like, oh yeah, she definitely went back to do some more voice work for the DLC.
I love that interview, man. That was a good interview.
Yeah, it was a good interview.
Man.
Yeah, it was good stuff.
I didn't hear that one, but yeah, it'd be cool if because the way it leaves, it's like, yeah, I want to do that. Like, let me just keep playing. Like,
Yeah.
So continue, Retro.
No, that was basically it. That's all I wanted to say about it. Just like now, I'm just gonna hunt the shrines that I left. I still want to do that before I stop playing for a while, and so I really want to do the shrines still. I'm doing the one now. The only one that I still have found is the one with the girl that likes the guardians, and you have to
Yeah, I just finished that
Oh
one
yeah,
myself.
yeah.
yeah, but it's not work. I don't know if I'm doing something wrong. I took like 100 pictures of like 1,000 different guardians, and
You have to
it's
do
only
it again.
registering one of them.
You have to do it again.
No, if you already had the photo, then it shows a little red.
Yeah, little
Yeah,
red
but-
exclamation point on it.
Yeah, but you have
for
to,
multiple ones, and I have the normal one, the
need
walking
the
one, and then
scout?
the
No,
flying
but
one.
because for me, I already had the photos, but I looked it up and you had to do it again. Like, if
But
you,
yeah, but I took there only is basically one flying type, and I went to 5 different locations on the map, and it doesn't want to register them.
was that before or after? Like you talked.
Dude,
to
it doesn't matter. I
It
I
doesn't
had
matter.
pictures of Guardians
Yeah,
before
I
I
did
talked
too.
to her.
For me, it did. For me, it didn't though. I had to literally retake the photos.
Because the other
But
one,
I went back again to take new pictures. She's just saying nothing is
you
registering
gotta have
somehow.
all 3.
Yeah.
The ones are the ones inside the shrines where you have to fight. You gotta take a picture of those.
Yeah, that's gonna be great. By the way, if I already killed all of those.
Oh, they're back. You just
They're back. They go back. They come back.
Oh,
when you-
okay.
and you highlight the shrine, and it tells you if it
Yeah,
was
they'll
a
tell
minor
you a test of strength or
yeah,
whatever.
minor test of strength,
Yeah.
major. So you can just go and teleport there, go inside, take
Oh, okay,
a picture
that's
of
it.
it.
I know because that was the only picture I didn't take was the one inside.
That's the one I had. That one, and then I had a regular guardian. The flying ones are like there's ones over by kind of into the west, north of the Gerudo area, and then
you have them
Hyrule
also,
Castle. Obviously, there's a
yeah,
bunch of
Hyrule Castle and the
Yeah.
tower that's right of it and everything. They're everywhere though.
as soon
One
as
of
you take
the,
the photo and look at it, it'll have a little red icon telling you it's for.
But it doesn't. None of them do it well. Or maybe I have one very old one. I guess maybe the only register ones have the
Yeah, it
final
only-
one. Yeah.
only one. The first photo you took will have that red mark.
yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I like the way it ended. Personally, with the DLC, I hope they're not going to continue with the story. As in that they will leave this how it is and they just really add some extra stuff. I hope Zelda would be a part of it, but I just hope they have something that is just standalone from the game. What I'm so afraid of is that they're going to do some stupid shit, like all of a sudden there's a 5th divine beast or some shit like that. I want an actual dungeon for the DLC.
Yeah, I don't think there'll be
No.
another Divine Beast. That would be weird.
Yeah, she talked about
They
going
said
to
dungeon.
But you know how
They could have said divine beast, but they said dungeon. So
Mhm.
Yeah, but
I
there
guess.
could be a divine beast on the castle. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I agree. I wouldn't want it to be another divine beast.
But just to end that, it looked the ending. It just the final fight. It looked really beautiful. I didn't expect it to look that good. Seriously, the
music
final
was
battle.
Fucking the music was just
Yeah, it's
ridiculous.
Yeah.
incredible.
I
So
loved
good.
it that the trailer music kicked in. That was like, oh, that felt so good.
Mhm. Well, I'm glad that it's in your top 3 Zelda games. It's in my
Yeah.
top 3 games of all time, which I don't know, maybe
Same
that's the
here.
same list for you, but yeah, that's good to hear. So I guess my final thoughts, we'll have to see. My mind, I might change my mind about 5 times before Street Fighter comes out, but
Can we just
maybe I'll
stop?
get it.
Just stop.
If I get it, I'll be looking to play. So far, I haven't had much luck finding people to play online on the Switch. So that's one of the reasons.
Yeah, you can't even find nobody to play. That's a damn shame.
I know. I don't know what I mean. Yeah, there's less people that have it, but on the Wii U is like always had players. So we'll see there. And then just talking about movies and stuff, I was glad to hear like the early screenings for Wonder Woman. Everyone's loving it. So I'm hoping this will buck the trend of shitting on every DC movie, no matter what, even if it's good or bad. And I'm super excited to go see that movie. So that's definitely the next one I'm going to see at the theater. If it's good, I'll go see it multiple times because I definitely want to
Same
support.
here.
Looks cool. So yeah, but we'll look forward to Friday for Street Fighter and the Global Test Punch for ARMS, and then next week we can do some ARMS impressions after playing it, and then do a little pre E3 talk. So we got in under 2 hours here, so that's cool. That's kind of hasn't been under 2 hours in a long time, so appreciate. I always like to have some time after the podcast to do some stuff. So thanks everybody for tuning in. The chat's been pretty active this whole time, and live viewers, a lot of people showed up, so really appreciate that. And we'll be back next week to do it all again. See ya.
With the real